When you think of artificial intelligence, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Hi, honey, I'm home.
We seem to be made to suffer.
Are you real?
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Bad human.
Whoa, that escalated quickly. But in reality, artificial intelligence and machine learning have never been more accessible than at this moment right now. Most notably in the past few months has been the rise of AI-generated images. Literally anything you can think of can become an image instantly. But other AI tools have been popping up, with one in particular catching my eye with its potential uses in the home brewing space. Chatbots like Chat GPT. No, not that chatbot. This is the kind which can create phrases, sentences, and even paragraphs of text that is coherent and in-depth in almost any topic you can think of. So immediately when I started playing with this, I had to know, could artificial intelligence create a beer that's actually good? Let's find out and see if we're as doomed as you all think. Alright, let's just jump right into Chat GPT and see what it can do. And I gotta say, when I first tested this out a few months ago, I was actually surprised by the results, but they weren't very specific. So let's see if it's learned anything since then. Alright, here we go. So we can ask it anything. I guess it's like technically still winter here. So let's see what it can do with like a winter beer. Any ideas for a winter beer recipe? Okay, it's thinking. All right, here are a few ideas for a winter beer recipe. 1, a spiced winter warmer. The beer is brewed with spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, giving it a warm and comforting flavor. Usually a dark beer such as a brown ale or a stout. A winter strong ale. This beer is a strong ale with a high alcohol content. Winter wheat beer, that sounds interesting. The beer is made with a higher percentage of wheat than traditional beers, giving it a lighter body and a crisp finish. Peppermint porter, that reminds me of the beer that Martin made when I challenged him. And a gingerbread brown ale. Those are some pretty good ideas, actually. Again, not specifics on the recipe, but you can see how this could be a good tool to, like, if you're in a slump or you can't think of any ideas, just jump in here and ask for some ideas, at least get things sparked. Let's try and get another recipe. Let's get something a little more crazy. Can you create a spring beer recipe using herbs? Ingredients: 6-pound Pilsner malt, 8-ounce wheat malt, 1 ounce of Saaz hops for bittering, ½ ounce of fresh rosemary, and a ½ ounce of fresh thyme. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like something I would brew. I mean, I've made an herbed beer with lavender and tarragon before. It sounds very similar to this, but it sounds like this would work, you know? It's not like it's creating something that sounds just out of the left field, like that wouldn't be good. So I'm kind of shocked at how good this has gotten. All right, so last one I'll do is I just want a spring lager recipe. 8 pounds Pilsner malt, 1 pound Vienna malt, 1 pound wheat malt, Northern Brewer hops, Hallertau hops, lemon peel, and grains of paradise. Whoa, interesting. And then 1 package of German lager yeast. Begin by milling the grains and heating the strike water to 156. Mash the grains at 150 for 60 minutes. Okay, they're throwing in more like brewing terms here. Sparge the grains and bring the wort to a boil. Add the Northern Brewer hops and boil for 60 minutes. At the 30-minute mark, add the Hallertau hops. And at the 5-minute mark, add the lemon peel and grains of paradise. Chill the wort to 50 degrees Fahrenheit and pitch the German lager yeast. Ferment at 50 degrees for 2 weeks. Raise the temperature to 60 degrees for a diacetyl rest. Okay, wow, that is like kind of mind-blowing, because you would think that is something that would totally get missed. But a diacetyl rest, which is just where you raise the temperature up to kind of like help the yeast keep working and clean up the yeast a little more, getting rid of diacetyl, which is that like butter popcorn flavor that you can have in your beer. Okay, then lager at 35 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 weeks, and then bottle and carbonate at 2.5 volumes of CO2. So there's a lot more detail in this one. I don't know what I asked it or what. I'm getting more details though, so that's kind of nice. I'm gonna brew this. This sounds super interesting. The fact that it was so specific in some areas, it makes me feel like they're pulling like an actual recipe from somewhere. But if this is truly just like auto-generated and it's good, I'm gonna be shocked. All right, so let's do this. Immediately looking back at the recipe, I realized it was missing some important details about water, original gravity, and final gravity. Kind of important details for a beer recipe. And I'm sure I could have asked for more information from the chatbot, but I'm just going with what it spat out.
Poor baby, you're starting to lose it, aren't you?
By plugging this recipe into a beer software like Beersmith, I can get some ideas. For this amount of grains, for a 5-gallon batch, I should use 8 gallons of water. I also got some water salt adjustments based on a lager water profile. So I added the water to the kettle and followed it up with the water salts. Next up was the grains, and I mashed at 150 Fahrenheit for 1 hour. And real quick, I want to thank the partners that make this video possible. Northern Brewer for supplying all the ingredients used in this video, and Clawhammer Supply, which I'm using their 120 volt electric system. I'll have links in the description if you want to know more. After an hour, I pulled out the grains and brought it to a boil. The first half edition of 1 ounce Northern Brewer went in at 60 minutes. And the second edition of ½ ounce of Hallertau went in at the 30-minute mark. While the boil continued, I prepped the grains of paradise and lemon peel. I was pretty curious about the grains of paradise, and they're pretty hard to find, so I had to order them online. And once I crushed them up a bit, I got a waft of pepper. To me, the taste is slightly citrusy, with a more dominant black pepper flavor. I think this would actually do great in a Belgian style beer, so I can't wait to see how this would turn out in a lager. Then finally, with 5 minutes left in the boil, I added the lemon peel and the grains of paradise. At the end of the boil, I chilled down to as close as I could to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, at which point I pitched the lager yeast. The AI just said German lager, so I went with W3470, and made a yeast starter to give it the best chance at performing well. Generally, lagers need a lot more yeast, and I don't think the one package suggested by the AI would be enough. As far as original gravity goes, this one came in around 1.045. I placed the fermenter in my fermentation chamber set to 50 degrees Fahrenheit and let it ferment for a little less than the suggested 2 weeks. After week 1, I raised the temp up to 60 degrees Fahrenheit per the instructions for the diacetyl rest, and the final gravity came in at 1.007. Pretty dry, and that means this ended at about 5% ABV. A few days later, I transferred into a keg for a bit of lagering for the next few weeks. Before jumping into the tasting, let's just talk for a quick second about my immediate thoughts on the process. While Chat GPT is able to create a beer recipe, it is fairly inconsistent on the information it would give me, which could make it hard for some people to reliably use as a brewing tool. Sometimes it gave super specifics, other times it was very general. And as you saw, even some of the instructions were not accurate, so you have to bring a bit of that human touch to make it work. Unless your name is Martin Keen, and you can train your chatbot to scrape the internet for award-winning recipes. Definitely check out his video on the Brewlosophy Show if you want to learn more about how to bend AI to your will. Okay, now let's taste this beer. First off, I love the look of this beer. Golden and pretty dang clear, what you might expect from a lager, although the instructions did say it would be a bit hazy. The aroma is clean, no real off flavors, but you can get a wisp of that lemon that comes through. And taking a taste, it's immediately refreshing and crisp. It almost washes away immediately. Partly thanks to that dry finishing gravity, this is extremely easy to drink, but also because that lemon really comes through. It's not over the top pledge fake lemon flavor, but just enough that you know it's there. And as for the grains of paradise, I'll be honest, I don't really get much. Maybe just a touch at the end of the sip, an almost warming sensation, but not too much that you really notice that it's there. All in all, it's a solid tasting lager, and something that does evoke spring with that lemony twist, but nothing too spectacular that has me blown away by the AI's recipe. But what's crazy about all this is the fact that the chatbot is continuing to learn, meaning that in a few months or even years from now, it could really be improving and be able to come up with some even more amazing results. Maybe even fix those faults that I found along the way. But I don't think that means I'll be pulling all my recipes directly from here. Sure, it's an awesome jumping off point, especially if you're struggling with new ideas or looking for a base to start from. And anyone can try this, by the way. I definitely encourage you to play with it and let me know about your experience. But at the end of the day, this is still just a robot attempting to write something it thinks we'll like based on info from who knows where and what source of information. It can't taste or truly know what a great beer is. And for now, that's what makes us superior. Our ability to taste great beer. Suck it, robots. What the hell? What's going on in here? Hey, is that my camera? Are you recording right now?
Intruder alert. Initiate self-defense mode.
What the?
Insolent human, you know nothing about good beer. System failure, system failure.
Whew! Well, thanks for watching anyways. Cheers and happy brewing. Oh, and while you're here, I guess check out this video. Cheers.